Tom, what's it like going into a game where you've had a full forward kick 8 goals and that full forward won't be there this weekend?
Yeah, it's a little bit upsetting. We're certainly going to miss our mate Josh, but it was good to send him off in style, and it was a bit of a shame we couldn't get that last little bit for him in the win.
How do you go into a game minus that big holder?
Look, I suppose you got to relish the opportunity of a derby in front of you, a big game. That's why you want to be a good team, playing big games, big occasions, and we're lucky enough when we play Freo to have that in front of us at Optus. Hopefully it'll be a hasty crowd, and we're looking to finish the season strongly.
Rory Lobb obviously is a big, did quite well as well. Do you think you'll be playing on him, and how do you go about playing on him, I guess?
Yeah, I suppose so. We haven't been through the Oppo analysis yet. However, I've played on Rory a number of times throughout my career, both at GWS and at Freo. And so I like matching up on the key forwards, and usually in the modern game there'll be a number of us who do that. So I'm sure we'll rotate. I'll play on the other forwards as well as Harry Edwards, most likely, or any of the other key backs like Bazzo, chopping me out with Rory Lobb in team defence.
How do you go about stopping him?
Look, I suppose you've got to play what you see in front of you. You've got to be empowered to make the right decisions. There's going to be a number of variables, the way they move the ball, the speed at which they do that, the positioning battle, and that's why I love testing myself amongst the best, because you get an opportunity to play what you see in front of you, and that'll vary on occasions this week, and that's what the challenge will be, is making good decisions under pressure.
What do you guys need to do to avoid the wooden spoon this season? Aside from win.
Yeah, I was going to say win 2 games.
What do you do in terms of what's your focus in the last 2 matches?
Look, we're trying to still build to see more evidence of our system. There's been a number of, I suppose, variables that have influenced our performance this year from the start of the year throughout the bye and towards the back end, but we've felt as disappointing as the outcomes have been, we've been able to find evidence of what we're going to do going forward, and we've been able to stitch together some long periods of footy where we've been able to get on top playing that style. So we're looking for more evidence in that system of playing footy, and we're looking to finish the year by lengthening the periods by which we're able to play like that.
And that connectivity, does that reduce the potential for blowouts if you're wrong?
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. The game's changed, it's pivoted, and we've put a number of things in place to make sure we're more competitive, and I think we've found evidence in that so far, especially post the bye. We're just looking to get some more successful outcomes because we have been in games for a lot longer.
On particularly you, Tom, you've had a great year, great second half of the year as well. Experts say you could be all-Australian. How do you think your year's been?
Yeah, look, I think I've managed to improve this year, no doubt. The environment's asked a little bit more of me in terms of being an offensive player and having to adapt to a few different looks up the ground with the speed of the ball movement or the consistency around the way the ball's coming in. So I feel the pressure of that and the inconsistency up the field's helped me drill down on what makes me a good player, what makes me make the correct decisions, and how I can work together towards improving with my teammates.
Has it been tough without your counterpart in McGovern there for the last month or so?
Yeah, definitely. You always want to play with Jeremy McGovern. I'm very lucky I've got my mate Shannon Hearn down there. But again, it's given me an opportunity probably to get a bit higher up the ground, have more opportunities to impact the ball, where traditionally with Govern the side I'll play a deeper role. So, as I mentioned before, it's been a good opportunity to learn and to develop different parts of my game that previously have not been called upon.
Are there any younger defenders that you've noticed that have come through this year and maybe last year as well that have really upstepped their game as well?
Look, it's a tough gig being a key defender, especially a young one. You're physically not ready often until you're 23 to 25. It's just the case. And as I mentioned, you're probably not what's the word I'm looking for? You're not equipped to make the correct decisions until you've been in the situation a lot of times. And so as much as it was the case for me and Jeremy, I think Harry Edwards and Rhett Bazzo as key defenders are doing a really good job building into what their career is going to look like and how to best play to their strengths within the side and within their team defence.
To be without Tim Kelly possibly this weekend, how do you go replacing him against such a fast side like Freo?
Yeah, look, I suppose squads win flags, which was a massive trademark value of ours back in 2018, and it's something, despite the conditions of the season, we've tried to keep moving forward, and it's one in, one out, regardless of the Kelly situation. And so we trust that whatever mid we bring in was going to put pressure on the ball and fulfil to team compliance.
Josh retiring on the weekend, and now this will be Monday's last derby. Do you take any motivation from playing with and against players like those two?
Definitely. I can probably comment more on the with, playing with such a champion and someone that has helped me so much with my career, both with my footy and with my off-field behaviours, I suppose. But I suppose I'll reflect more about playing against them when we play against Mundy this weekend. Like, he's a champion of the Fremantle Footy Club. He's a champion of WA footy. Much respect to David and congratulations, I suppose. But it'd be a really good challenge to be able to go head-to-head against him this weekend.
Is a 6-day break pretty tough after such an emotionally charged game being JK's last?
I suppose it is, yeah, but it's nothing outside of the job description, to be honest. This group's seen some adversity this year, so a 6-day break, especially in the wake of the hubs and playing every 4 days, doesn't seem like an excuse.
Is there any derby feel a bit different to other ones?
I suppose it does in the wake of JK's last game, with him always being there. And I suppose with Fremantle going for a top 4 finish and us traditionally not where we'd finished previously, it does have a different script to it, this one. But we'll be taking the same approach, as I mentioned earlier, trying to get more evidence of our system, the way we're going to play moving forward for the next 5 years.
Is there any relief, I guess, that you've only got a couple of games left and that this season is almost done?
Relief's not the right word. No, relief's not the right word. We're looking to get better. We're looking at ways to get better all the time. You'll see some of our boys playing waffle after the season's done for that opportunity to get better and keep getting better. It'll be a theme of ours, as I mentioned, for the next number of years, and it will be the driving force that moves us forward as a club.
You weren't out there this morning. How are you feeling? How's your body?
Yeah, I'm all right. Optus is a little bit muddy at the minute, and so I'm marginally sorer than I would be on a 7-day break, I suppose, but just nothing out of the ordinary.
Back to Tim Kelly, did you see the incident on the weekend, or have you seen the vision, and what were your thoughts? Did you think he deserved a 1-week suspension?
Look, I thought it was pretty grey, to be honest. There's not a lot of malice in the tackle, but I understand that there are protocols that the tribunal must follow, and so I think it'll be interesting appeal.
And you mentioned the next 5 years specifically. Looking at life beyond Luke Shuey, I guess you're touted as one of the options for captaincy. Have you thought much about that, or whether you'd be interested in it?
My role in the leadership group is to support those boys, Luke and Nick and Gov, our more senior leaders, and to learn off them. We've got such a great body of knowledge, not only of football but of leadership at this footy club, and that includes Shannon Hearn. So we're just trying to keep learning off the best leaders that are available to us at our footy club, and those are the names that I mentioned, and my role doesn't change regardless of the hat that I'm given.
But would it be something you were interested in post Luke Shuey stepping down?
Oh, it'd be an honour to captain the footy club, but as I mentioned before, it's not the role that I'm into. It's not the objective thing that we're trying to solve each day to day, and I understand there's speculation that is primarily your role, but we work as a team within our team, and that's what will be my objective role for the next little while.
Is it great to have Shannon Hearn continue on for one more year, and how beneficial is he for the younger group coming through as well?
Yeah, it's great to have Bunga on for next year. He's super important. He's the bar. He is the bar, and he's a true master of his craft. I couldn't speak highly enough of Shannon Hearn, and I think it's really important to have someone like him around the footy club over this next period of time.